Hello. So in this video, I'm going to do just some quick tips on history UCAS personal statements. Over my time as a teacher, I've looked at lots and lots of personal statements, and I'm just going to give some quick advice for people who are writing these. It also applies to other subjects as well. If you're thinking about doing kind of joint honors history and something else, or even another subject, a lot of these points will be relevant. And I managed to find in the archives this picture of Charles I writing his UCAS personal statement back in 1625, which I thought was quite interesting. Only joking, obviously, Charles I didn't have to apply through UCAS. Okay, so here are the 3 key tips. The first one is to show your enthusiasm for the subject. Having spoken to admissions tutors in the past, this is something they're really, really keen on, for you to show why it is that you want to study history or the subject that you're applying for. What is it about that subject? It might be that history helps us, studying the past helps us illuminate the present. It might be that you're just really fascinated by figures from the past. I've got a picture of the Duke of Buckingham, George Villiers here, who's a very colourful character, to say the least. It might be, the story, the narrative. It might be looking at sources and interpretations. So why is it that you want to study history? Be really, really clear about your enthusiasm for it. And that is really, I think, the overarching main point. I would say that it's all about showing your enthusiasm. This links to the next one, which is making it personal. So make it personal to you. My advice often when I look at personal statements is, this could have kind of been written by anybody. If it's about a book you've read, or you went to a museum, what was it about those things that really resonated with you, or what was your view on these things? Make it personal. Perhaps you've got some family history. Perhaps you have got a story in your family which made you more interested in the study of history. So make it personal. What is it about history for you specifically that really draws you to the subject? So make it personal. Try and weave in some kind of something about you, or something about your background, something about something that you've done specifically. So it's not a kind of generic, this could have been written by anyone. And then finally, is something to highlight is the independent work that you've done. So if you've done projects for school, if you've read books outside of the classroom just on an area that you are interested in, it's really good to put that in there. If you've done an EPQ, an extended project, it's really good to talk about that. Just to show the universities that you are capable, and you have done independent work and it's something that you've enjoyed. What did you learn from doing a group project, or what did you learn from doing an extended project? What did you learn by researching subjects on your own? Maybe it's about visiting a museum or even watching a documentary, but something that you've done that shows your independent kind of approach. And then finally, I've got a bonus tip here. And the personal statement is something that will take quite a few drafts. You're not going to get it right the first time you sit down and write this. So talk to people about it. Share it with other people, parents, teachers, friends, people who can give you some honest feedback on it, and get some guidance on that, because it will be something that will take a few drafts for you to write. So that would be my bonus tip, to share it with people, talk to people about it, and get some ideas. So I hope that's useful. And if you've got any tips to give or any questions, please leave a comment below. It'd be really interesting to hear what you've got to say about this. Perhaps somebody's got some experience of successful personal statements, somebody's applied for university. You could leave some tips in the comments. That would be great. All right. Thank you so much for listening.